The minute I met you, I knew you were special. Not to get too sentimental, but I don't think you might. I never dream of it letting you go. There are some things that I think you should know. All of these feelings we cannot ignore. You understand that we lead different lives, choosing the one, listing the sacrifice. Tension builds up from the look in your eyes. But you didn't see it coming in the first place. I'd never do you wrong in the worst way. I just need to know what you consider me. And would you consider me? You bring me back to life. Haven't felt this love in a long ass time. Girl, let me do you right. Need you at my side, sorta like my rib, but I'm not the clingy type. Kinda funny how it works and the feelings that emerge got me feeling like I just might take part till it all take flight. Yeah, too many times that I fell for the wrong one. Down and out, strike three, should've been done. Always afraid of the feelings that I feel dumb, but you got me second guessing, and I'm holding in confessions like I'm Usher, not a reverend. And I'm loving up potential, all the touches you be sending. I get hit with every bullet, every arrow, like I'm shot by Cupid, and my heart's been looted. Know this love's been rooted like you didn't see it coming in the first place, and I would never do you wrong. And I just need to know what you consider me. And would you consider me? Thanks.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Simone Titania, and you are back for another episode of The Indie Seat.
So, yeah, it's all
And today on The Indie Seat, we have Carolena.
Hey.
Is the accent okay?
That's good. That's perfect.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming to The Indie Seat.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It's a blessing.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Singer, songwriter, musician, producer. Mm-hmm. Am I missing anything?
I do act as well.
Acting?
Yeah, a little bit of everything, but anything in the arts. I can't draw, though.
I can't either.
Ooh, I can't draw.
But you could take a picture, right?
I could. I can take some nice pictures.
There you go. I mean, you know, visuals.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about who you are and what type of music you create.
Sure. Well, yeah, my name's Carolena. And like you mentioned, all encompassing with music. I've been doing music pretty much practically what feels like my whole life. Mm-hmm. So that pretty much consumes me. Producer, songwriter, instrumentalist. I play piano, guitar, a little bit of drums. So, I love what I do. I create, I would guess I would call it like alternative indie pop with like some lo-fi R&B. I do a lot of R&B music. I sing in Spanish sometimes too. So, but I think if I had to put a genre on it, yeah, it would be like alternative pop and R&B.
Yeah, absolutely, because you have some rap in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear the cadence. Like,
yeah,
really amazing. Beautiful music. A lot of your music is very sentimental.
Oh yeah.
Very sentimental, and I love that, because sometimes you want to get into the pocket and you want to feel like your emotions as a listener, coming from a listener's point of view. So one, I thank you for your vulnerability.
Oh, of course, thank
you.
And
then two, when you're writing, how do you know what to share? Are you like, okay, nah, that's too much, like I'm not putting that out there, or is it just that you're an open book and you put it all out?
I think lately I've definitely been a lot more specific, and I think that's because when things are tangible, they're more relatable. People can put themselves in that scenario.
That's a great point.
Where was I? What time is it? What season is it? So the more specific I get, I think the more people can really feel safe and feel heard and feel understood, and that's what I want through my music. So. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't hold back. I'd prefer not to.
I'm sorry if I went and disappointed you. It's something that you might have to get used to. Oh, whoa. Lights on red, but you hit the brake, and I turned right, it was my mistake. Oh, can give, we can take, we can build, we can break. We can try to explain how we feel, how we feel. We can take it all back, or we can throw it all away. We can try to explain how we feel, how we feel. What's keeping me up? The thoughts I hide behind my teeth and tongue. Would never tell you, but hide the fear that I could be someone to you. We said too much, but it's not enough. Had me holding on so long till I could call your bluff. Oh, whoa. It's an odd fashion that we wear, always left running scared. I see you standing there every single time, every single. We can give, we can take, we can build, we can break. We can try to explain how we feel, how we feel. We can take it all back, or we can throw it all away. We can try to explain how we feel, how we feel. Every single time, every single time, every single, every single time, every single, every single time, every single time.
The NDC and Mango Sessions is made possible through the support of the Miami Foundation's community grant. We'd like to thank the Miami Foundation so much for supporting our nonprofit organization, which means that they're actually supporting local music artists as well. And so you just performed on the Mango Session stage. Can you go through the 2 songs that you performed and you know the inspiration behind them?
Totally. So yeah, the first song I sang was Consider Me, and that one was a progression on the guitar that I just had. I kept coming back to it, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. And then I really like that bossa nova type of feel on the guitar, because you can flow so many different ways melodically and rhythmically on top of that. But yeah, I actually think I ended up writing that song in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, I was visiting some friends that do music as well, and some marketing friends, just people. It was like a team type of effort, and we were in the studio, and I don't know, the words just kind of poured out of me. Majority, I would say, of what that song is about is when you kind of don't know where you stand with somebody, and you're like, well, what do you consider? Like, what are we? Like,
right,
what do you consider? Right. So that's kind of it, and then almost like a love letter to, like, whoever that person is. In a sense where, like, I'm not gonna hurt you. Yeah. It's kind of like making a promise to myself while I'm also making a promise to somebody else. And then the rap part, actually, my boy Nova's Notion, he's a rapper from Atlanta. He normally features on that part. Oh, cool. But I've been doing that part.
Oh, you held it down.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would be proud.
Oh, totally, yeah. So I always love doing that live. And then the second one I did is Feel. And that one, I did write on the guitar, but I have a version out called the Somewhere Not Sleeping version. Okay. It's basically an acoustic version. I have it on the piano. But that one I wrote, it came to me in a few different ways. Songwriting always happens, I think, either all at once or in pieces. And so this one, I kind of was at a red light at one point, and this line came to me, lights on red, but you hit the brakes and I turned right, it was my mistake. So literally envisioning myself at a red light
Gotcha.
where I was supposed to stop, but I turned right instead. Kind of, it's, you know, just the symbolism of that. But yeah, feel is about miscommunication and how a lot of people have difficulty sometimes communicating how they're feeling and communicating, and especially in a relationship dynamic, when you can feel, when you're more in tune with yourself in terms of your vulnerability, it helps with intimacy on that emotional level.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of where that song stems from, is look, we can either throw away everything that we've worked for, or we can try to work through this.
Yeah, and you definitely already had some of your music synced too.
Yeah.
Like I saw that you were on CW, Netflix, BET.
Yes.
What does that feel like as, you're an independent artist, right?
I am, yeah.
As an independent artist, how does that feel to like, whoa, my music is being like synced and placed?
It's honest. The first placement I got, I was shook because I was like, because I started to work with a company that my friend, he's a really good artist. He put me onto. He's a hip hop artist. He does a lot of sync work, and he put me onto this company. I started writing with this company, and they do what's called production music. So they'll create tracks like EDM, pop, hip hop, stuff like that, and then I'll create top line, lyrics and melody. So that's how it started. And then I just started connecting with different producers and different artists that have also done sync, and then through there we found like third-party websites that take submissions. So it was a lot of grinding, and then a lot of just kind of connecting with people and hustling. So, but yeah, my first placement ever, I was like, wow, this is crazy. It kind of opened my mind a little bit because I didn't even know that was a possibility.
Right.
And then I think the first big placement was, I think the really big one was Feverish. That one got placed on Hulu on Love Victor, and then Selling Sunsets on Netflix. Yeah.
Very cool.
So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
On all the success.
Thank you.
Like,
I appreciate
seriously.
that. Thank
you
you.
know what I take away from this conversation in this small time is that, one, you're definitely an artist, but two, you peeped game to the business aspect of what it takes, you know, because you have the talent, you were born with your talent, you know.
Thank you.
But you realize that there's also the business aspect of it, and it seems like you're fully embracing it, embracing that, you know what I mean, and building your team and just kind of elevating on each step. So do you write a business plan for yourself, or do you like have goals, or like what do you do?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I've tried to build like a really concrete team. I went to school for music in New Orleans. I finished out my school out there, and that really, you know, I went out there to work. I was like, look, this is my last 2 years of college.
Yeah.
I didn't come here to party, like, even though it's tempting out there in New Orleans.
I hear.
But, you know, I basically got connected with every single like networking event I could. I was in Grammy U, so it's amazing, and they just expanded it too.
I know,
so
it's really incredible.
Even better.
All the way up to 29, okay?
Yep,
so y'all
under 30.
sign up.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, I've always approached it, I've always taken it really seriously. And sometimes I try to not let the business of it take away from the joy that music brings me. Because sometimes I forget I even sing. I forget I'm talented sometimes because I'm so locked into the business.
Yeah.
But I've definitely, it was just a discipline from, I think, early on. I was like, I have to be disciplined if I want this. So balancing the two is difficult, but I know that it's necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy that you peeped on to that, you know, because the art, like I said, it's like 10% of it, but like the entrepreneurial side of it is everything else. So good for you.
Definitely.
And in regards to like your performances, do you have a dream location or a dream stage that you want to perform on, festival, anything like that?
Wow, that's a great question. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would say like Madison Square Garden, right? Or like,
that's a big one.
You know, I think mainly, I mean, I was born in New York, so I've always felt connected to New York. I've always wanted to kind of go back there and maybe live at some point too. But yeah, I think that's just when you can say, yo, I sold out Madison Square, you know, I feel like that's just an accomplishment. But I mean, I think even soon opening for a you know, I would love to open for one of my favorite artists.
Oh yeah, put it out there. Let's
like,
speak it into existence.
Well, I mean, I know Taylor Swift is on her Eras tour right now, so I don't know how much space that leaves, but I mean, Taylor Swift, John Bellion, Tori Kelly, Sarah Bareilles, like the Japanese House, any of those artists, like I would love to be on the same bill. But I mean, I know like when the time comes, like I'll be ready for it.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching the Indie Seat. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to Co-Op TV. Carolena, thank you so much for sitting down and speaking with me. And y'all make sure y'all check out her music. It's fantastic, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next time. Peace. Also, a special shout out to our community partners like Wool Studios, which is this amazing location that we are in today. We also want to shout out Epiphany Hair and Body Care. Thank you for always supporting us.